So people were like, how will even your pelvic bone support the weight that comes with carrying the pregnancy? In the first place, the pelvic bones were already weak. And let me tell you, the first pregnancy was extremely difficult. Despite the fact I had not gone through the treatment. But now comes the second pregnancy. I'm carrying triplets. It was the easiest pregnancy. I actually gave birth, and I remember that day I had just been walking around the whole day. I even took my baby to school that day. I came back in the house that evening, and I started feeling like this could be labor pains. And they said it was through CS.
And it just went on easy, recovery easy.
Yes.
You guys. When the Bible tells us, I remember this woman that was crying when the co-wife was laughing at her for not having a child. And I also remember Abraham and his wife not having children, aging, no children. When the angel told Sarai, you will have a child, Sarai actually even laughed. How? Have a child?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Guys, our God is a God of miracles.
Yes.
Faith has triple or double dose of it. 1, cancer. 2, pregnancy. Not the usual one, you're carrying 1. Pregnancy, you're carrying 3 babies on a pelvic floor that has undergone radiotherapy. A pelvic floor where the doctors on this earth have told you this floor cannot allow pregnancy anymore. You cannot be pregnant. The kind of radiotherapy given around that area has affected your eggs. That's why they were supposed to be harvested before. But look at God. Look at God. God is not mad. God is not mad. You know, what advice would you give women, for instance, you know, thinking they will never have children? But also, what advice would you give people, those that are going through cancer right now? That when you can maybe tie another thing. Have you changed your lifestyle in any way after?
Let me start with changing the lifestyle. I actually don't take sugar. Like if I do it once in a blue moon, I don't take bread. As in, there is a lot in terms of what I eat that I have really changed so much. Things like cakes and all that, they are not something that I would crave for all the time, like just the sugars in general.
Yeah.
I tend to not do so much of the sugars most of the times, because I know one thing, cancer thrives in such sweetness.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. And then what I would tell a woman out there who thinks that, who is living with cancer and she's like, when will God do it for me too? First of all, I would just want to tell this person to live the moment she is in. Because the moment you start having those weird thoughts like, what if I'm barren? What if I don't have kids? What if? It's the what ifs that worsen the situation you're in. than making you get better, because you're praying that God heal me of cancer. God, give me open ways where there seems to be none. But then again, there is something else that is bothering you. Let the moment you're in, like you're fighting the devil, fight the devil you're fighting at that time first, and then let's cross the bridge when we get there. So like for me, at that time when I was sick, like however much people would tell me that cancer would make me never get kids again, it was not in my thoughts. That time I was telling myself, God, give me the grace, give me the power to fight this devil. And then now after treatment, that is now I start telling God, now I've crossed the bridge. Now it's the kids now I'm praying for. So when you live to live time, to live life once at a time, it becomes so easier for you. It becomes so easier to handle, like everything, because a cancer patient does not need to be stressed. Stress alone can make you go gaga. Actually, that is what I can say.
And actually, research has established also that stress itself can cause cancer, and sometimes can even cause the reoccurrence of cancer. Because when someone is stressed all the time, depressed, there are certain hormones that are not good that are produced within the body. So it's usually really advisable to do things, when you sense you're getting into all this stressful period in your life at a certain time. It's good to do things that can help to take out that stress. Maybe go speak to someone, or watch something you love watching, take a walk, run around, just to be as a cancer patient. I remember going to hospital for treatment, and every time I went in, the questions they could ask me: are you feeling stressed? Are you depressed? So but one thing I told them, honestly speaking, I will not lie to you. Rest. You needed to work on that. Are you taking contraceptives? Because if you continue this way, it will not work. And that is what they told us. So what you've said is very, very important to people going through this work, and people who've never, any other this we do for people who've never even experienced cancer, to let them into our lives, to let them have a glimpse into what happened, and how we overcame. And I know it encourages people when they hear that when you are in that fire, you are not alone. Because God says there is an encouragement when Christ was ascending. I will be with you till the end of time. The end of time. It has been so encouraging. When you even talk about you didn't know how to pray, but that experience brought you to a point where you knew how to pray. Look, that was supposed to happen to you at that very moment. That was the perfect time for it. Have you realized that? It should not have happened before. That was the time.
Exactly.
That was the time. So I thank God for you. I thank God for you coming here. I hope we are able to do more of this. If you want to invite me to your platform, I was looking through and I love the videos. I love the videos.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.